When I found out I was pregnant, I also found out that I was having a high-risk pregnancy the whole time. My doctor said that I could not continue my membership with Platinum Fitness, and the maximum I was able to work out would be 3 miles every day. When it came time to have my daughter, and I was in labor, I had to have an emergency C-section. My recovery was rough. I had nerve damage, torn muscles, the whole thing. It took me about 3.5 months to really fully even recover from that aspect of it. So at about 4 months in, after having my daughter, I started back up at Platinum Fitness, and I had big goals again. I wanted to get back into my pre-pregnancy jeans and feeling like I felt before I got pregnant. After I had my daughter, Kyle and Josh, would always check in with me. I'd say on the monthly, see how I'm doing, see how my recovery was. When it was about 3 months after, Josh was like, let's get you back. And I said, to be honest, I'm scared to get back at this. I don't know if I'm ready emotionally. I don't know if I'm ready physically. I'm a new mom. Do I have the time for this? And Josh said, why don't you just come on in and let's meet, let's talk about your fears, let's talk about your goals, and let's come up with an action plan. So I came in one day before class, and Josh, Kyle, and I met, and we talked about everything. I told them about my story, I told them about my fears, I told them, what my goals were at the same time. And we came up with an action plan. We looked at the diet, we made revisions of it, obviously based off of being a new nursing mom. We talked about, when to start the workouts, what days to show up. They kind of followed my journey, I would say the first month when starting back at Platinum, and working with modifications, working with revisions, and continued to check in to the point where I was able to kind of just do the workouts without modifications and build on from there. When I look back to when I was, thinking about even joining Platinum, I would get all these emails every day. And I was about to turn 30, and it was I had this almost midlife crisis as a 29-year-old, which sounds so silly, but it was I just didn't feel good about myself. When I looked in the mirror, I wasn't happy with who I was looking at. I didn't enjoy doing things because I was always so conscious about how I looked and ultimately how I felt. I was sluggish, I was tired. That's why I joined Platinum, was because I wanted to start feeling better. I knew if I at least started exercising, it would give me that energy. And what I didn't realize was how much more I would gain from it, which was, obviously the feeling better was the biggest part, but it was the shedding the weight, it was the building of the relationships, it was the accountability from the coaches, and it was able to watch my journey and then also ultimately be a better me, not only for me, but for my family.